This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race Recap Show for Season 18, Episode 0, titled Meet the Queens. My name's Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, by one Australian co-host from the podcast Bravo, Effing Bravo. Is that one of them?
Yeah, it's one of them.
And also Breaking Down Bad Books. Is that another one?
That's the other one, yeah.
Please give good day to Mr. Nathan Patrick Brown. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing? How you going?
Yeah, going all right.
Yeah. Oh, a lot going, for very sad reasons.
Oh, wow.
But Australia's been kind of the focus of the world kind of lately. Everyone's all eyes on Australia.
Yeah, what a bummer.
I know, you're becoming more like our country every day.
That was the first thing I thought.
Is that really?
I was like, oh God, where are we? Anyway, let's not bring the mood down too much.
Yeah. But anyway, hello, Nathan. Another year, another dollar here at Drag Race Week. That's the slogan here at Afterthought Media.
I haven't been paid in years, Joe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, for me, another dollar, not for you. I didn't say for you. I just said there's just another dollar. By the way, that's literally about how much I make off the show. So, and it's spread out over 12 months. Anyway, Nathan, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Yeah, I can't believe that we're doing Meet the Queens already. Mm-hmm. It comes around so quick.
Sure does. Hold on, I forgot to get my notes. They're right here. We're gonna let's talk to the public feed here for a second.
Yeah, hi public.
Hello, public feed. Of course, this is on Patreon, and they get this early and all that drama. But you're probably thinking, well, what are we gonna get this year? And I've decided it's gonna be a version, kind of what you got last year.
Okay.
But I think, Nathan, what we're going to do is we're going to not expand, we're going to do exactly what we did before, but that we're going to really beef up the whole, did the right queen go home? What was your big takeaway? And that's going to be the show.
Okay.
And then we'll throw to Patreon after that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I like that.
Does that make sense? That way, because before I was trying to decide, well, what's worth making it into the show? And honestly, really, I even though the rest of the show is good, the real core of it is what was our big takeaway? What did we think about people that went home and whatnot? Everything else is gravy, if you will.
And so we can reference stuff in the episode and you won't be like, we're not there yet.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, sometimes maybe people will bring something up and you'll be like, we're not at that section yet, No,
we're still going to do that. I'm still going to be that, but it's just, now look, before people get worried in the public feed, if something big happens, like if, someone, punches Michelle in the left tit or something, then of course I will include the part where we talk about that on the show. But for the most part, if it's a normal episode, you'll just get it, and don't get me wrong, it'll still be you've seen this. We do 30 minutes just on the big takeaway, and that's usually the bulk of what we talk about. So I don't think that people are missing much. But I think if you do want to get the show early, if you do want to get it commercial free, if you want to get us talking about every single thing on this show in detail, every moment, every scene, every look, well, you're gonna want to join over at patreon.com/afterthought media. And I said this on some show we did. On Dragula. And it should be live by the time you get this. Look in the show notes for an offer code. Okay?
Ooh.
Yes, for an offer code for a significant, I'm recording this before I've decided how much the offer code is, but it's a significant amount of money. I want to say 30, 40% off at least, right?
Okay, it's a Boxing Day sale.
for the first 3 months. Get 3 months at 30% off, or I don't know. I don't know the details. Look in the show notes, and the show notes will tell you what the offer is. And so if you're not currently subscribed, take advantage of that offer. And by the way, if you're still like, I'm not sure, join for free. And I'll tell you what, I have details I need to work out before the season actually starts. But yeah, if you join for free after like a week or something like that, or 2 weeks, I can't remember what it was, then you get the full episode anyway. So there's different levels. You can pay nothing and get the full episode. You have to wait a while. You can get part of the episode on the public feed. You can pay $5 a month and get everything early, no commercials, all that jazz. So many offers. Download the Patreon app or go to patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. Find us on there. And all your dreams will come true. And also, there's not only that, all kinds of other content on there. Just Between Us Girls is at the executive tier level. I just did stapling on the air. And any questions there, Nathan?
Oh, not from me, no.
No. So Nathan, we met 18 queens, and you and I have different experiences with this. Nathan and I already had a talk here.
Yes.
So Nathan did the traditional thing. Okay, Nathan watched the YouTube videos of the queens. Listen to them. You listen to them?
Yeah, I watched and listened, but I did do it at the 1.5 speed.
Oh, yeah, it's a must, right?
It's a must. But then, like, there was a couple of times where I'm like, this bitch is fucking annoying. She talks too fast, and then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's a me problem.
Yeah, and then there's also he got a complete dossier that he read thoroughly on the airplane because he had nothing better to do.
I skimmed it. Mm-hmm.
So he read it in detail, and then so here's what I did. I pulled the audio. Now I didn't do this on purpose. I pulled the audio for a specific reason, and then I had to go somewhere, and I listened to the audio of Meet the Queens on my drive. And so I've heard it at one speed, normal speed. I heard it, right? Because I was driving. Why am I going to do 1.5? I'm driving. I'm nothing better to do, right? Listen at the normal speed, know all about these queens. I read the dossier word for word, highlighted things, made sure everything was on the up and up. This is probably one of the most prepared Meet the Queens I've ever done. Okay? Except,
here we go.
And I made a choice.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what any of these queens look like because
Your
I didn't
love
watch
is blinding it.
But you know what? I'm love is blinding it, and I think I'm being honest. I think it's for this Meet the Queens. Like, obviously, at some point, I have to see what they look like, right? But wouldn't it be great that I go the whole season and never know what they look like?
You do hate the looks.
Yeah, but I will say. So when they walk into the workroom for the first time, I will know these people. I will know their backstory. I don't know everything about that, but I will be seeing them for the very first time. I don't know what any of these queens look like.
I do wonder if there'll be some that you'll be just like gagged, being like, I did not picture that person at all.
Yeah, yeah. I told Nathan that only by reading the dossier did I figure out that one of them was black. There's some obviously that they're black because they're the world's greatest Lizzo impersonator, or
that's a tip.
They call themselves like the Filipino Philadelphia girl or something like that, whatever she calls herself.
Yeah.
So
I will say though, with the looks, a lot of them, I guess the prompt was like wear big ribbons on your shoulders or something. So they all, a lot of them were very samey. So you're not missing too much. Like I don't think you'd know too much on their design aesthetics. Just from watching it. Except for a couple of them that stand out, but most of them was a lot of the same.
I try and do something different every year. This wasn't something intentional I decided, but when I was listening, I go, you know what? It would be kind of interesting to see the workroom entrances without knowing what they look like. Are there any that you think, you didn't see any of them as boys though, huh? You only saw them as girls.
Yep. In that one look. So I haven't seen workroom entrances.
I wonder if there's any that I would find attractive as boys. I don't know.
I'm sure there will be at least one.
I don't know.
There'll be one.
I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Look, there are people who try. I remember everyone thought I was going to be into this Blair St. Clair, right? Meanwhile, I have Blair St. Clair sitting right here.
He's pointing to Timmy
dummy sitting behind me. And I was because Blair St. Clair's a boy kind of does look like a ventriloquist dummy.
Have you been keeping up to date with Tessa Testicle?
I've seen her nudes 100 times.
I mean, she's buff as all hell now.
Oh,
she
yeah.
just popped up on my feed the other day.
I will say I've always been a Tessa Testicle fan. I've always thought she was hot. There's something hot about her. I don't know what it is. But anyway, going back to season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race flagship franchise. 14. There's only 14 queens.
Mm-hmm.
Which to me means there's going to be a lot of episodes where people don't get eliminated.
Some trickery is afoot.
Yeah. And they'll probably do the first 2 episodes, they don't get eliminated or something like that. Anyway, but watching these 14 queens, meeting these 14 queens, Nathan, I have a couple of questions. One, were there any queens that stood out to you as favorites or as not favorites, like villains or heroes that you think? And 2, what was your big takeaway from the cast?
Oh, geez. Well, I feel like this Meet the Queens did them a disservice because I thought the interview questions were really shit. Like, what's your signature scent? Are you going to do the big thing? And what was and nobody knew what that meant. Didn't know what it meant. No one knew what that meant, but you could sort of tell like the ones that had a bit of personality who ran with it and said something, and then other people were like, "Yes, I will do the big thing," and it's just like, well, you're not going pretty fucking far. So like, I don't think we got the best out of them that we could have gotten, but from what we did get, I think Briar Blush is going to be really fucking annoying. Mm-hmm. There's the mother-granddaughter duo. Oh, yeah. I think that'll be a fun dynamic. Athena and Juicy Love.
Juicy Love. Uh-huh.
And I think they'll both do quite well. So, and I think I'll like them because, I didn't end up liking that Morphine. And if they're in that family and they're dancing divas from Florida, I'll be like, oh, that's good. Yeah. The cast as a whole, let's give them, let's see. You know what? Let's see. Because nothing really stood out for me so far, but I'm willing to give them a chance.
So the bad news, I would say, is, again, I was only listening to them, which I think gives me a more fair judgment here. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I will say that no one really stood out to me as well, I'll come back to one. No one stood out to me as very charismatic and amazing, but no one stood out to me as well as like particularly awful. I mean, we're going to go through each one right now, but there's no one that was like, ugh. There was no, even though I think Silky Nutmeg Ganache it's widely known, hit her Meet the Queens out of the ballpark. But but there's no one who was grating to me where I've seen them like, ugh, get them off my screen, or out of my ears. No one did that to me, but also no one really wowed me.
No, but also like at the start of it when Anya came out, I was like, oh, this queen's pretty. She might be pretty good. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's Anya. Like I'd already forgotten about her. So like that's the bar we're going from. I feel like some of them can rise to the occasion, but no one's super like interesting.
Yeah. No, in terms of my big takeaway, I'll be honest with you. A lot of the talk that had chatter. People know that I do a drag race podcast, people in my, extended life. And in trying to make small talk with me, they will say something like, oh, so what do you think of these season 18 queens? Or have you seen the came out? There's some sort of version of that. And I've had to say every single time, I don't even know what one of their names is.
Yeah.
We're recording this on Saturday, December 27th. Less than 24 hours ago, actually, did I first find out their names. That's when I listened to the audio. Mm-hmm. Before that, I had no idea who was on the show, what was on the show, what was going on. I knew nothing. Mm-hmm. Okay? Not till December 26th that I knew. But what I did know was a lot of people talking to me about their drag race experience. And this is not good news for Drag Race and by extension, us. I haven't met one person who's excited for this show. I'm talking about die-hard fans who are like, or whatever, or I don't care.
I may do you think that'll change once it starts?
Maybe, I think. And the reason I bring that up is, I'll be honest with you. Again, I have not seen what one of these girls looks like. I've only heard their disembodied voices. But what I will say is on paper and what I've heard, it seems, like I said, on paper and hearing them, like a very strong and talented cast. It seems like, and I've read this in the dossier, that they're going for a more seasoned queen cast. So very few of the queens, they may be young, but they have a lot of drag experience behind them because they started very young. And there's a lot of older queens who are in their mid, late, a lot of them lie about their age. I'll even say early 40s, even they probably won't admit it. And so a lot of them have a lot of either drag experience or life experience or other career experience or both. And so I think what we're seeing here is a very well-rounded and seasoned cast, which I've said before, even with the young ones, like I said, could lend to a very strong, and I don't know if it'll be an interesting season, but a talented season. That's sort of my big takeaway. Do you have anything there?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for maybe like half of them. For the other half, I was like, because like one of the standard questions is, why are you the next drag superstar? And half of them are like, oh, because I'm fierce, honey. I was like, oh, you guys are
But honestly, if you think about it, why would, I hate those in job interviews. Like, why would you be a good McDonald's employee or something? I hate that question anyway. I mean, it's coming.
Yeah.
But it's just like, in other words, Nathan, why would you be Drag Race Recap's next podcast host?
Because I'm fierce, honey, and I got a thick skin and I won't quit. Well, give it time.
2026 isn't over yet. Season 18 isn't over yet. So, all right. So why don't we do this, Nathan? Why don't we take a break? And when we come back, we are actually going to talk about the drag queens on season 18. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares? I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
At LinkedIn, we know hiring is a big deal for your small business. Sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. LinkedIn uses data that you can't find anywhere else to give you the best candidates, all so you can feel confident you're hiring the best person for the job. And even a little hiring bliss. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
We are back. We're gonna dive right in here to the queens here, and the first one we're gonna start with is Athena Dion. So Athena Dion is the first one we're gonna start with. I have a little thing here that's recorded. Here we go.
Athena Dion is the Greek glam goddess of Miami drag, a seasoned mother, designer, and dynasty builder who brings luxury, authority, and old-school pageant confidence to season 18. She doesn't enter the room quietly. She arrives.
Ooh. All right, so that's Athena Dion. She's the one who is the the grandmother of the Something Love Dion. We'll get to her in a second. Did you have any big thoughts on her?
Well, she's actually one of the ones I'm most excited for. I thought her look was good. And I'm mostly excited just for the family dynamics. I do like when we dip into that. And yeah, the morphine connection gets me excited. Although, did she say she's not much of a dancer?
I don't know. What are you talking about? But I can look right here on the. I mean, I have a whole dossier on her. I mean, here's some of the stuff here. Okay, let's talk about her. So she's very well seasoned. She's been a Miami drag queen for 16 plus years. Okay,
we know Miami
she's Greek.
queen.
She called herself a glam goddess, pageant polish, and luxury. I don't hear dancing here. She designs her own look, so she's quite the seamstress.
That's important.
Okay. She's the mother of Morphine Love Dion and the grandmother of Juicy Love Dion. And she cites Cher, Celine Dion, obviously, and her mother as big influences. Now, one of the pieces of tea here, well, first of all, let's talk about the fact that she's up with her granddaughter in this. I wrote in my notes here, 100% they are going to lip sync against each other.
Well, yes.
I mean, it has to be.
But I think they will. It might not be in the first few episodes. I think they'll sustain it for like the later half and not blow their load too soon, like they did with the Sugar and Spice twins. You know, I reckon they're going to keep them both in for a little while.
Oh, you think so? Okay. I mean, I don't know what any of their talents are, but yeah, maybe. But I think at some point they'll probably lip sync against each other. Now, by the way, everyone should know 90% of the time I'm wrong.
Yeah, but I think even they would be thinking that. Like when they're going into the show together, being like, bitch, we're going to lip sync against each other.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
We know this.
Now, the other big thing here that's not mentioned in the Meet the Queens video is that Athena Dion here reportedly struck up a showmance with fellow queen. Did you hear about this?
No.
Vita Von T Star. And the queens talked about this during their E! Interview that they had a showmance. And they were even asked about it. And they were very like coy about it. But I think we're going to see, is this going to be a thing now on Drag Race? Kind of like with Corey King and Butthole, where like there's just now going to be a showmance every season? Well,
at least that one was real. Wasn't Rue pushing in like season 7, like Max and someone else? Or no, Jinx and Ivy or something like that.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like it wasn't real ever.
But I heard a rumor that they were trying to engineer, and it worked, this showmance, because they knew Corey King's type. So they cast a bunch of like Lydia Butthole Collins, right, Susie Toot, and there's some other twink on there that they felt might be in Corey King's wheelhouse of what she likes. And it just worked.
Are they still together?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Oh, good for them.
I feel that would be all over the drag news if they weren't.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on Athena Dion? Is she going far, not going far?
I think she'll be in the top 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Based on what little we have to go off of, yeah. I think she's up there.
Okay, I think.
What are you thinking?
I think I agree with you. There's something about her confidence that I think bode well. And I think, again, the fact that they're casting so many seasoned queens, she has the experience. There's a bunch of things in her bio that you're like, oh, well, this bodes well. Like, she's been on The View a bunch of times because, like, Anna Navarro and Sunny Hostin like to go over to her drag brunch. They've had her on The View. They did some sort of, I think Anna Navarro hired her for a private party where Gloria Estefan was. Like, she's a prominent Miami queen. I think they're trying to lay the groundwork that she has the and look, this is something we've talked about for a while. Have the seasoned queens on because they can deliver. And I think it sounds like she has what it takes to deliver.
Well, and what I like is that she hasn't just spoiled all that and revealed all that in just the Meet the Queens. Like, she's holding on to some stuff. And so, she can be like, oh, yeah, I was on America's Got Talent. And she can blow us away with something and be like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep those tricks up your sleeve, mama.
All right, let's move on with our next person. Here we go.
Sure.
Briar Blush is Boston's pinup provocateur. Retro, razor-tongued, and delightfully unbothered. She exists on her own timeline, armed with dark humor, sharp taste, and zero interest in being universally liked.
Okay, so that's Blair Blush on her own timeline. Briar Blush. Briar Blush.
Briar Blush. Yeah.
Briar
name.
Blush. She's from Boston, Massachusetts. Now she's the one who I believe, let me look here. First of all, she's Latina, which makes sense. No, I have this in the notes here. Her castmates have unanimously pegged Briar as the villain of season 18.
Ooh.
The other thing I highlighted here is that she claimed that at 16 years old, she worked as a mortician's assistant.
I doubt it.
Oh, you don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
Why?
Well, it's just so random. Maybe she worked at the reception desk.
Random? Oh, well, I'm just telling you what she said. Now, I have here noticed that she's not here to make friends. So I guess she somewhere said that quote that she's not here to make friends.
Which I do love.
She's only 24 years old, so she's one of the young ones, but she's been a breakout star in the Boston drag scene.
Well, I mean, the Boston drag scene. Like, what have we got? Plain Jane? And Corey King? Like, come on.
Did you have a big opinion here on Blair Brush? Or Briar Blush? You want to call her Blair.
Yeah, I hate her.
You hate her?
Yeah. When she's like, I got the gift of the gab, I'm like, okay, that just means you're annoying. I think she's going to be insufferable. And I thought her look was the same as every other drag queen in the world. Like, she was telling me how unique and special she is, and I was like, prove it. I didn't see it.
So once again, this is where, at least with me, she benefited from the fact that I didn't see her. So based on what I heard, she seemed completely fine and lovely. But
I might be being too critical, but whatever.
No. But you're giving an honest opinion because you saw her.
Yeah, I saw her.
Do you
she
think
didn't
she's
look too busted? I just thought she looked like run of the mill pedestrian.
Do you think she's going far?
Well, I had her in my bottom 5. When you said that she's the villain, I was like, oh, maybe she'll go further. But without knowing that, I think bottom 5.
Ari was the villain. She didn't go super far, did she? I mean, she went kind of mid.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist is Indianapolis's shape-shifting superhero queen, a comic book dreamer who blends nerd culture, physical power, and social conscience. She's here to look fierce and say something.
Okay. So
she'll say something.
So this is what, I didn't see her. But based on listening to her, based on reading her bio, that she, likes to, she's really good at like makeup and effects. In fact, she's like a really accomplished prosthetic makeup artist. She blends sci-fi, horror, fantasy, and magic. Now I get it because of the prestige, but why not Dragula? Now I get it. Drag Race is a more prestigious show, but historically, these kind of queens don't typically do very well.
That's what I was thinking too. But I feel like she seemed to have a bit more, not maybe personality. She just seemed a bit more interesting than some of the others in that she was a bit more varied. In that she's got the, prosthesis and stuff like that. I was like, okay, she might be bringing some interesting looks that aren't just pretty girl down the runway. So I think I'm interested in that. But then I think that, that only gets you so far, middle of the road.
Well, what happens is, and this is not a big concern on Dragula, because performing and all that, they try and incorporate it into Dragula, but it's not as big of a deal as it is in Drag Race, where I feel like these queens can sometimes, because it's a kind of a version of a look queen. And so what do you do when you're outside of that bubble of a look queen, when you have to perform, when you have to improvise, when you have to act, sing, dance, or whatever? It's not, looks are just one part of the package, I think, on Drag Race. So I don't know. Again, these are all questions I have because I didn't see them. So I don't know. Was she wearing a prosthetic or anything in the interview?
No. She, again, didn't stand out. So I think all those credentials she's sprouting, I think will have to come up eventually, but we didn't see it.
Okay. Do you think she's going far or what?
I think she's in the middle.
You think she's in the middle?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Darlene Mitchell.
Darlene Mitchell is camp, cigarettes, and dollar store glamour on heels. A sober sweetheart with a mall drag soul and a country camp POV. She's proudly anti-polish and fully committed to her taste.
Okay, so that's Darlene Mitchell. Now, let me tell you this. I had a very whatever opinion about her when I heard her meet the queens.
Okay.
But then I read her dossier. I don't know if there's another example of this, where I read her dossier and I was like, oh, this bitch is doomed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, okay, first of all, have you seen the show Tamar? Right?
Right.
I can't see on this show a trailer park chic meets soap opera diva winning the entire show. Full stop right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. In fact, in her early days, she performed under the name. This was her name, by the way. I'm going to tell you, not an adjective or a noun or anything like that. Trash. Her drag name was Trash. Okay. Now,
Darlene is an upgrade.
Here's the thing: is she did drag for 10 years, and then she stopped. She stopped, and I think she hasn't done it in a very, 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 very long time. Oh wait, 5-year drags, 5-year break. And she did other things. She was a hairstylist and makeup artist in LA. And she's done very well in that scene. She was top 50 finalist in the 2024 One Shot Hair Awards for editorial makeup.
Okay.
But she has a small social media following. Mm-hmm. She hasn't done drag in 5 years or more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that bodes well.
See, I'm taking all of those things as positives. I'm actually excited.
Oh, really?
I'm excited for her because I think it's kind of refreshing because she's the opposite of everyone else who was on this cast, who were elevated, you know,
what
who
did you
were
think
all
of
about
her
high
look?
fashion.
Again, I didn't see her look.
I mean, her look was kind of campy. It was fine. But I think when she said she's doing more drag, I was like, okay, finally? Like that, you know, the early seasons were so fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring some of that fun back. But again, that's a double-edged sword. You can win fans, but you're not going to win the competition.
I don't know. So, this is, again, this is the last time I'm going to say it. I only heard their voices.
Love is blind, y'all.
Love is blind. All right, let's move on to Didi Fuego.
Didi Fuego is a New York-based DIY firecracker. Fashionable, chaotic, self-aware, and proudly unserious. She makes her own looks, brings big energy, and knows exactly how much of the joke she is.
I don't know why he's yelling all of a sudden. He's shouting at us. Didi Fuego, your thoughts here?
Well, the look was fine. But again, I think that's because they were all trying to fit into the prompt. So they all sort of just looked fine. But I liked that she sort of just said she knows how to do everything. Maybe not, she can't do it all the best, but she can do it well enough. And I think that sort of jack of all trades lends well to the competition. So I'm excited to see what she brings.
So I don't know, how was her look? You said she looked
fine. Yeah.
Okay, she looked fine.
Yeah, there's nothing too remarkable.
Now, I like that she's from Mexico, right?
Okay.
It's fine to have some international flair here, via New York. So that's a good thing. In her notes, we learned that Didi Fuego is kind of famous, I guess, in the hardcore drag race fandom. Because she's been trying to get on this fucking show for 18 years or whatever. Like, as long as she's been doing drag, she's been trying to get on this fucking show. And so finally, after 15 plus years of trying to get on the show, she's finally gotten on. And so I want to read something here from the notes, from the dossier that we have here. And it says, she's not a walking cliche. Hold on. She's not a walking cliche. Then it says in quotes. And by the way, these quotes are from her own bio notes. Okay. Fiery and feisty. Stop right there. That's already a cliche of Latinas. Okay.
Well, Fuego is Is that fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it says, she brings the heat without the cha-cha-cha Latina cliches. She's literally saying she's not a cliche and fits in about 3 or 4 cliches into that sentence. And by the way, it even says here, with Spanish catchphrases and maybe a mariachi-inspired look or two.
Wait, is that from her or ChatGPT being a little bit racist?
She'll proudly represent Mexico on the runway.
Okay.
So I don't know. It sounds like she's a walking cliche.
Yeah, and do you think it... Like, why did she not get on for the 15 years? Like, why did they keep telling her no?
Exactly.
Do you think she just didn't
Exactly. Exactly. There's a reason why for 15 plus years they haven't cast her. Right?
Yeah, it's not like they were saving her.
Yeah.
I think.
I also like, this is in her notes about her, so pretty positive. It says, local observers note she's not much of a lip syncer or stand-up comedian. That does not bode well for Didi Fuego.
But she spun it as if she can do everything, just not everything well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
It's not all about me. It's all about I. And you're like, bitch, what? She didn't say that. It just means making that up. But
I don't think she's smart enough to say that.
Yeah, I don't think she's smart enough to say that. But Didi Fuego, I don't know. I'm not expecting big things.
I got her in the middle.
Yeah, we're in the middle? Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right, here we go. Next, we have Discord Adams. Discord Adams from St. Pete, which is Taylor's hometown, St. Petersburg,
Yeah,
Florida.
I wonder if he knows her from the orgies.
I think you have from the orgies, and I think you have a better chance of meeting up with Discord Adams at Disneyland than you do with Taylor. Taylor, for everyone to know, Nathan flew all the way from Australia. Went to Florida. I just wanted to meet up for like a drink with Taylor.
Just to meet and
I'm
greet.
too busy. I don't know what he was doing. Something with a race.
Running a marathon but
So
not
I don't know
running
what-
it,
yeah.
but organizing it. I don't know.
Yeah, he was something where I don't know, for some reason he was needed 24 hours a day for a race.
Yeah, like he had to man the finish line or something, or
I don't
hand
know
out
what.
water.
Yeah, it was crazy. Couldn't meet up for a drink with you. It was too busy.
Oh well.
I want to know what he was. I want to see a diary of what he was doing.
Yeah.
All right,
Give us the timestamps.
here we go. Discord Adams.
Discord Adams
Whoa.
is punk rock maximalism incarnate.
Why is he yelling?
A high fashion anarchist who believes more is more and silence is not an option. She brings politics, music, and righteous noise to the main stage.
Okay, so big punk rock persona there. I guess Discord fully embodies punk spirit in her drag. And it says she performs wearing mohawk studded jackets, torn fishnets, often while playing electric guitar live on stage. Now, again, I haven't seen her. I can only imagine her. Did she have a punk aesthetic when she was
Yeah,
on
she
here?
had a terrible wig. It was like a mohawk thing. It looks like, when Venus and the other one, Phoenix or whatever, they walk in with the prison honey. It gave me that. I was like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah. Now, she had a little bit of drama early on because there was some speculation on Reddit that she was removed from the competition for breaking rules. However, Discord has set the record straight and says those were just rumors, and she indeed competed throughout the season. What do you think about that, Nathan? I actually think that there's probably they're playing it down, but there's probably something to those rumors.
Oh, it sounds like she's leaving early. Doesn't sound like she's sticking around.
What gave you that impression?
Well, if they're saying that she got disqualified, they're probably saying that from her appearing like a week after the show starts. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I see.
And no, she competed. She just left. She's like she got eliminated. I don't know, and I just don't. Are we not done with punk? Like, are we not done with it? I don't know.
I just think that when you do punk rock, again, being a drag queen does not entitle you to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, look, RuPaul's Drag Race casts these people. They ultimately choose who's on the show. It's not like they have an obligation to cast girls on the show. Mm-hmm. But I will say, if you're going to compete on the show, but you're in a very specific look, it's going to limit you.
100%.
You know? I don't know that Betty would call herself a punk rock queen, but she does sort of float in that world. And I will say, I think that's sort of a limit on Betty's own what she can do in the competition. Now, some might say, well, she went over this far. I don't know. I don't care. Right? I don't care. If people get all into this and they're like, oh, well, Betty made it to the finals of the All-Stars 10. Okay, yeah. Ginger Minj won.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't care. Thank you.
It's limiting. I just don't... It's one of those things where I think she's telling us she's punk, but she's not actually punk because she's like, I'm punk rock, I'm punk rock. I can't touch velvet. It's like, okay.
Oh, that her?
Show me a punk rocker who can't touch velvet. Like, come on.
Yeah, she's like, there's something weird that happens with my fingers. You're right. I think, you know what? I didn't know that was her.
Yes.
Yes. If you're punk rock, even if it did something to your fingers, you would still wear.
It makes it even more punk rock.
Yes, I don't give a fuck that I break out in hives.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear velvet. I didn't know that was her. I remember. And I heard that.
If you're a punk rocker and the most interesting thing about you is you can't touch velvet, like you're not punk.
Yeah. Okay,
that's I think she's in the bottom.
I didn't realize that was her. Yeah. She's not long for this world.
No.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Jane Don't from Seattle, Washington. Jane Don't.
Jane Don't is Seattle's dry wit assassin, conceptual, controlled, and quietly hilarious. She does good drag, sexy drag, smart drag, and makes it look effortless.
Okay, so Jane Don't, I'm going to say a fun name.
Yeah.
And RuPaul loves a fun name.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Seattle-based queen who is sisters with Bosco and Irene the Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle queens tend to do well. Irene the Alien had that bump, but then she came back on All Stars and proved herself.
Mm-hmm.
She can sew. She sews a lot of her own costumes, and she's a known comedy queen. And she's been hosting at bars. She has a lot of experience. She's known as a quick wit. I don't know. I think this is a good sign for Jane Don't. Again, this is only based on hearing her and reading the dossier and knowing what Drag Race likes.
So I immediately saw her and I thought the look was a mishmash. I didn't
see her.
And this is the thing, I didn't like the look. And then the more she talked and she was like, yeah, I'm from Seattle, I'm a lawyer, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong and the look is actually really good. Like she was trying to convince, she was convincing me that she might actually do well. But then I was like, oh, but I hate her. I hate the look. So I'm interested to see if she'll be season, I don't know, 17 Irene or 16 Irene or All-Stars Irene. I don't know where she'll fall, but I'm sort of betting she's in the bottom. Okay.
All right. Next one we have here. Oh, you think she's going to be in the bottom? No, I think she's going to go far. We'll see. We're going to make our predictions later.
I mean,
we're going to make our predictions later. All right. Next we have Juicy Love Dion. Juicy Love Dion.
Juicy Love Dion is Miami nightlife royalty in the making. A confident, high-energy performer blending Latina sex appeal with couture ambition. She's young, flexible, fearless, and fully aware of it.
Okay, so one of the things I learned in the dossier that I did not get in the Meet the Queens, she's only 5 feet tall. Did you know this?
No.
She's like this little Kenya Michaels.
I love that.
Yeah. And as we know, she's the drag daughter of Morphine Love Dion and also the drag granddaughter of Athena Dion. Now, here's the thing, too. I guess people already knew her because she auditioned. She didn't make it to the final 10, but she auditioned for So You Think You Can Dance, and she was the first person to do it in drag.
That's pretty... Now, that's punk rock.
That is kind of punk rock.
Good for her.
She's also very proud of her Afro-Cuban heritage and often infuses Latin music and costumes into her acts. What do you think of her? You saw her. She's from Miami, Florida. What did you think of her?
I think I'm going to really like her just because
really?
I like a Miami dancing queen. Like even the one with the flips. Like as long as she was flipping, I was liking her. And so if this one can flip and just have some fun with the lip syncs, like get her in the bottom every week. Who cares? But I think I'm gonna enjoy her.
Are you talking about this Maya Iman LePage?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, look, I have a vague memory of her because she's talking about her drag grandmother, but no one stuck out to me as like super annoying. And so, yeah, she seems perfectly fine, perfectly lovely, and maybe I will like her. Everything she has so far sounds pretty good. All right, next we have Kenya Pleaser.
Sure can.
Kenya Pleaser. Here we go.
Kenya Pleaser is Southern auntie excellence with a high kick. Sexy, soulful, and unapologetically big. She's here to represent, to perform, and to remind you that her existence is political.
Okay, so Kenya Pleaser, she's from Sumter, South Carolina. She's the first ever, I didn't know this, drag queen contestant, drag race contestant from South Carolina.
Well, that's fun.
That is fun to know. Also, she is like the number one Lizzo impersonator. Did you know this?
Yeah. So was that like pre-Lizzo getting cancelled? Like as a gigs to do Lizzo?
Well, that's what's
up?
really funny is Kenya Pleaser was known for sexually harassing her dancers. She really takes it very far.
She was fat shaming people as well.
She was fat shaming people and like. Didn't like Lizzo want to watch them do something or other? There was
I don't know about that. I just heard the fat shamey stuff.
I feel there was some weird sex stuff too. Not like
there's always
she
weird
vague,
sex
but
stuff.
it was more like this, that, whatever. She calls herself a comedy queen. I don't know if she really is one, but I do know that she was a big hit on Reddit, and a lot of Redditors loved her name and vibe. Many commented that Kenya Pleaser is a top tier drag name, and that they're Team Kenya from the very start. And that the fact that there's a new focus on polishes and queens works really, really well for her because she has a lot of experience. Any thoughts there, Nathan?
Yeah, I think you touched on it there with the vibe. I think she had the best vibe of them all. She seems to have a lot of personality, so that's a good sign. I'm excited to see what she brings.
All right, very good. Okay. Yeah, I think I feel good about her. We're gonna, at one point we're gonna sit down, we're gonna put an order out, and we're going to figure out how we do it. Okay, like where we feel everybody lands, because we have to talk it out, have to think about it, and then we'll make our predictions, and then generally we're pretty wrong.
Yes, of course.
Here we go. All right, next we have Mandy Mango from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mandy Mango.
Mamby Mango is Philly's sweetest fruit.
Mamby?
A Filipina nurse, advocate, and pageant-raised performer whose drag is rooted in care, culture, and community. She's credentialed, compassionate, and quietly formidable.
Okay, so I think the big thing about Mandy Mango, and she makes a big thing about it, is she's never had an orange. And if she had an orange, she doesn't like to eat oranges.
Why did she talk about that for like 5 fucking minutes?
I would say that was most of her Meet the Queens was about her dislike for oranges, mostly because she doesn't think they're that great and she doesn't like to peel them.
I know, but you peel a mango and she named herself after a mango.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know.
Oh, I see what happened there. Okay. Yeah, it was very, very strange. And then she also that she's a Filipino nurse. That was a big thing too.
Which could scare a lot of people.
Yeah, but so the thing is the fact that she's a Filipino nurse, not that she's Filipino, but that she's a nurse. I hope Evan's not listening. In trouble all over again. I said she's a Filipino nurse. But that she's a nurse is I feel like here's the deal, and I actually think this bodes well because we have a few people like this. We have an engineer. We have people who are accomplished as makeup artists or dancers or whatever. They have accomplishments in other careers other than drag. And so like a fallback. So in other words, if drag doesn't go her way, she can go back to being a nurse, or maybe she still is a nurse, but like I think that's actually a good thing when you're multi-talented like that. Like, obviously, yeah, throw all your energy into drag. But the fact that you have like this other experience, they have other experiences outside of the world of drag only informs your drag. And so I think that bodes well. Also, she seems kind of type A. But I don't know. But then so is a Jan and a Rosé.
Ooh,
and like,
that's dangerous territory.
Is she like a Filipino Jan or Rosé?
Well, you know what? She had great hair. I really liked her wig. It was sort of sculpted like a crown.
Oh, it was?
And from that, I was like, oh, she's creative as well. Mm-hmm. So I actually think she's going to do really well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see doing really well, but I could also see being like a Jan. I'm not sure.
She could be Janned, but her look stood out more than others.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. All right. Next, we have Mia Starr. Mia Starr.
Mia Starr is a West Palm Beach dance diva with a world tour resume, a hip-hop performer who's shared stages with pop icons and brings star-level choreography to drag. Movement is her language.
Okay, so here's the thing with Mia Starr and what I was saying about the one from LA, the whatever her name is. So Mia Starr, trash, yeah. So Mia Starr is very accomplished dancer. Even on like it's funny because she talks about it a little bit on her Meet the Queens, but when you actually read about it, you're like, oh, she's very accomplished, you know? And that's good. So she's going to be able to dance the house down boots, you know? However, there's a very troubling thing here, which is she started doing drag 17 years ago, performed locally in Florida, and then took a 14-year break from drag and only recently just started doing it again. That is not, so she did it for 3 years, took 14 years off, and now she's back.
So what are you insinuating? She's faking it for the show?
No, that she's very rusty.
Okay.
So she can dance, but does she have the other drag talents?
No, I think I agree with you. I think she's just a dancer and that's it. Because her personality was meh.
Yes, I agree with you.
But when she said she was in the Havana music video, I was like, hold up, that could be good.
Why?
For a lip sync, just for a fun lip sync.
Oh, I thought you meant... Yeah, so...
Nothing other... I don't think she'll bring anything else to the table, but a few fun lip syncs.
Yeah, I think we'll see some good lips. She'll... Here's the deal. She's a professional dancer. She'll save herself on one or two lip syncs if she's not good. And then at a certain point, it's like, okay, bitch, you've
but then they'll
times.
bring her back for the lip sync Lollapalooza if they do that again. You know?
Yeah.
We'll get a few good episodes.
No, hold on, maybe, but you know, a lot of the skills though that you use in drag, maybe she is a good performer. Maybe she's, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, but it makes me raise my eyebrow. All right, next we have Mikey Meeks. Mikey Meeks
is Orlando's theatrical chaos agent. Part old Hollywood glam, part party girl, all personality. She's a recovering theater kid with sharp instincts, big humor, and undeniable star energy.
Okay, so Mikey Meeks from Orlando, Florida. A big piece of information here I did not know until I read the dossier. But she's the drag niece of Ginger Minge from season 7 and All Stars 10 and Roxy Andrews from season 5, All Stars 2, and whatever, all that All Stars 9.
It's a demon baby.
Yeah, so she has that background. But I don't know, drag niece is a little like, okay, so they're drags. So that doesn't mean anything. You're a drag niece. You know,
well, and that's the thing. Like, aren't they all sisters? so any sister's child is a niece.
Yeah. But Mickey's drag mother is a drag sister to those two. And they're saying Roxy even sold Mikey some of her costumes. Like,
oh, she didn't even give them?
No. Sold them.
They're not close.
Yeah.
They're not close.
She's also a skilled improv comedian, supposedly. I don't know. So how do you... I didn't see Mikey Meeks. Was there anything interesting about her look?
So she was doing this thing where she had like little like boob cups showing as if they were like pearls.
Okay.
And I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked at all. It just looks like misshapen little boobies.
Yeah.
So that I was like, uh-oh. And she already got a bit of the kooky music at the start. Did you hear that?
She did?
She
No,
did. And I was
didn't
like,
pay attention.
this isn't a good sign for you, doll. I'm getting delusional from her.
Oh, getting delusional. All right. I didn't see her, so I don't know. All righty. Very good. Next we have Nene Coco. I don't like the name. I hate this name. From Denver, Colorado, Nene Coco. Here we go.
Nene Coco is Denver's rhinestone engineer, a graphic high-impact maker queen who turns precision and problem-solving into drag. She doesn't just perform the fantasy, she builds it.
Okay, so Nene Coco, she actually at 28, I don't know how old she is now, she left behind a career as a mechanical engineer to do drag full-time. She learned how to sew from scratch during the 2020 lockdown. Now, here's a dangerous thing that she said. She said that if she ever landed in the bottom for a design challenge, she will quit drag.
Well, there
I'm like,
goes.
well, why do you hand the producers your noose? Why do you do that? You know? And her aesthetic is often described as DIY drag supervillain. She's inspired by comic book and anime villains. Any big thoughts on Nene Coco?
Well, her look stood out the most. And I don't know if that's just because she deviated from the prompt most, but she sort of had spikes, which, has been done before, but like she had spikes like incorporated into the wig, which I thought was really fun. And then that got me thinking like, okay, yeah, if she's an engineer, if she's a crafty person, she could turn out some really fun, different, exciting looks. So I think she'll do well because of that. Sort of like what you were saying with the nurse thing. Like if she brings in this engineering stuff, like, I don't know, she could be really impressive.
That's what I'm saying. Often those kind of other fields, I think drags ignored this for a while, can inform your life, you know, so that what you do as an engineer or the energy or the effort that it took to be an engineer, the effort it took to be a nurse, to have those life experiences inform what you have. And I think sort of the thing, even though the young girls have the taut skin and they look fantastic, they have like no life experience and they have no point of reference.
Well, I mean, Lexi Love was a trainer on Zoom, wasn't she? And like, I guess she used that to her advantage to be in the top 4.
Oh yeah, look how far I got her. Yeah. And then finally, we have Vita Von Teese Star from Montgomery, Alabama. Vita Von Teese Star.
Vita Von Teese Star is old school Southern drag tradition, feminine, powerful, and story-driven. A designer and mentor, she believes captivation matters more than tricks, and polish is a form of strength.
So here's the thing. This is our, I don't know if she's our one, but it's definitely our very standout pageant queen. Big time pageant queen. She's a pageant powerhouse, in fact. She comes from Montgomery, Alabama, and she was a finalist in the prestigious National Entertainer of the Year. She's also a trained seamstress. So we have another seamstress here. Seamstress here. Mikey mentioned that Vita and Athena, who are the ones that landed up dating, by the way, supposedly, rumored, but that the two of them treat the drag race like a cutthroat pageant, which, okay, yeah, doll, that's what it is, you know? And she's also Vita's good friends with Angeria Paris Van Michaels.
Okay.
So that's sort of the big information here. What did you think here about Vita Von Teese Star?
Yeah, I thought she had a pretty good look. I do like that whole pageant aesthetic, but I got a warning sign when she said she's pushing for Miss Congeniality. I thought, uh-oh.
Oh, she said that. I didn't pick up on that.
And I was just like, okay, well, why enter this competition and aim for the middle? You know what I mean? Like, aim to win it. Don't aim to just get Miss Congeniality. So I was like, maybe she doesn't have enough nerve, perhaps.
Okay, so those are the queens now. We're gonna take not a real break. People listening at home, you're not gonna hear any difference. Because what we're gonna talk about next is we're gonna talk about who our top 4 are. But people listening live, you're gonna hear a long pause as Nathan and I come up with
I've done mine, so I'll just.
Oh, you already have?
Yeah, I'll read what's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Hi, chat.
All right, so guys listening at home, there's not going to be any difference. You're going to hear no difference. All right, Nathan. So here we are. I've made my list. And we're going to go in reversed order. Now, by order, let me tell you this, and I've done this before, and I'll do this again this year. I don't have like an exact, this is the order they're going to go in. I have it quadrants, I guess. I have it in threes, actually. Mm-hmm. So I have a bottom 5, a middle 5, and a top 4.
Same.
So, okay, bottom 5, a middle 5, bottom 5, middle 5, top 4. So this doesn't mean that the first person I name is going to be the first one out. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying these next 5 people I think are going to be among the first 5 eliminated.
Yeah.
Okay. So who do you have in your list?
So my bottom 5, I have Briar Blush, Discord Adams, Mia Starr, Mikey Meeks, and Jane Don't.
Wow, we only share one.
Yeah, I'm not confident on any of these, but
in my bottom 5, this is a hard one to do. In my bottom 5, I have Discord Adams.
Okay.
Darlene Mitchell.
No.
AK Trash. Yeah. Kenya Pleaser. Didi Fuego. And Sierra Mist. Now, Kenya Pleaser is a hard one. I could have put her in the middle.
Right.
But I've never seen these people. Okay, so who's your middle 5?
A lot of the ones you just mentioned. So I have Juicy Love Dion. I think she's just scraping in there, unfortunately. Sierra Mist, Darlene Mitchell Trash, Didi Fuego, and Vita Von Teese Star.
In my middle 5, I have Mia Starr, Vita Von Teese Star, Mikey Meeks, Mandy Mango, and Briar Blush.
Oh, okay. Yep. I think you're onto something there with the Briar being the villain thing. Sure.
And here your top 4. This is the top 4.
Okay. Well, I've got Kenya Pleaser in there, and I've got Mandy Mango in there.
Okay.
Along with Nini Coco and Athena Dion.
Do you want to give your logic?
Well, I really did just pick like one of each race. Just open to hedge my bets there.
There you go. So I have, and I'll give logic here, Athena Dion. She just carries herself like a person who's going to go far.
Yes.
And she has a ton of experience and confidence and the experience, like I just mentioned, to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
Jane Don't.
Interesting.
Rue loves herself a quirky Seattle queen. And she has the hosting chops. You know, she has the comedy skills probably. Mm-hmm. You know, I think there's a lot going on there. I think Rue's going to love the name Jane Don't.
And a name can get you very far with Rue.
Yeah, it really can.
Yeah.
Juicy Love Dion, I'm putting in there because she's going to be the young one. And then it's a good storyline if they're in the finals.
Right.
The grandmother and granddaughter in the finals together. Okay.
So are you saying that maybe they will lip sync against each other, but it'll be a non-elim?
Something. I don't know what'll happen. This is what I'm thinking here. And then for the same reason, you know what, the Nini Coco, I have her because of the experience. I think she's going to be very well informed. Now, look, I have some people that I'm on the fence with. Mia Starr, we'll see how she does. You know, we can change things. Mandy Mango, I think, is a wild card.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about these other people. Kenya Pleaser. I put Kenya Pleaser lower, but I didn't know where else to put her. I can see a world where Kenya Pleaser, Mandy Mango, Mia Starr get farther than I've put them.
100%, yeah.
It doesn't bode well though for Darlene Mitchell. And Didi Fuego and Discord Adams, I just think doesn't. I don't know. That's what I kind of feel.
Well, like I've already forgotten which one Discord Adams is from just talking about them 20 minutes ago.
She's the one that they rumored her to be gone.
Okay, well that's a good bet that they might be in the bottom.
Yeah, that she was eliminated. She was disqualified.
I'm feeling pretty confident about that one.
Yeah, she says no. She says no. All right, Nathan. Well, we're gonna call it a day there. how did we do this show? What do we say at the end of this show? That's going to do it for this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Be sure to join us next week and every week as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. So for Nathan Patrick Brown and myself,
sashay away until the premiere.
If you're feeling exhausted, puffy, anxious, foggy, gaining weight, or just not like yourself, you're not imagining it. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s are experiencing massive hormonal shifts, and no one is explaining what's actually happening. I'm Katie Whalen, co-founder of Joy. I built Joy because I lived this. The fatigue, the mood swings, the weight changes, the confusion. Your symptoms are biological, not personal. And AI-generated lab reports won't fix them. Every Joy lab includes a visit with a licensed clinician who specializes in women's hormones and connects every biomarker to how you feel. Energy, metabolism, mood, sleep, skin, weight, everything. Then, we personalize real solutions: hormone therapy, peptide therapy, supplements, and lifestyle protocols. Get started at joyandblokes.com today. This month, new customers get 50% off labs, and you can add our estrogen face cream for just $1 with clinician approval. Use promo code PODCAST at joyandblokes.com.